Thank you, distinguished members of the government. My question is also addressed to the Prime Minister of the Republic of Armenia, Mr. Nikol Pashinyan. Honorable Prime Minister, there has truly been a breakthrough on August 8, and the joint declaration signed in Washington is about establishing peace. One of the key provisions, if not the most important provision therein, is about deblocking the connectivities in the region based on sovereignty, territorial integrity, jurisdiction, and reciprocity principles. In recent days, we're seeing the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan using the term Zangezur corridor. And so there's a bit of a contradiction between that and the name used in the declaration, namely Trump route. I would ask you to comment this. Can we conclude that reusing this term contradicts the agreements reached? Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Shulhakian, for your question. Perhaps one of the most predictable questions today. Surprising that it came so late. And in response to that question, I want to say the following, that there is the objective reality and there are subjective perceptions. Now, what is the objective reality? The objective reality is as follows. Armenia and Azerbaijan in Washington once again recognized each other's territorial integrity, sovereignty, jurisdiction, and inviolability of the borders. It flows from this that there may be, through the territory of the Republic of Armenia, connectivities about which the Republic of Armenia adopts decisions and about which agreements have been reached and exist. I have brought for you now the well-known paper's photocopy where there's my signature affirming that in the territory of the Republic of Armenia there will be an infrastructure called TRIPP. This is not the whole story. The whole story is this protocol is also signed by the President of the United States. But that's not the whole story. The whole story is this paper is also carrying the signature of the President of Azerbaijan. And if we're speaking about regional communications, this frame here means we have outlined the frame and we have signed what it is and what regional communications and deblocking are about. Well, this isn't the whole story. The whole story is that this paper in paragraph 4 reads that the TRIPP project is a matter of discussion in the agenda between Armenia and the United States. Then you might ask how Azerbaijan is related to this topic. The relationship is that this project of opening regional communications should link up with Azerbaijan, and Armenia's and Azerbaijan's communications should link up. But the TRIPP project is a matter of bilateral discussion between Armenia and the United States, as carrying the signatures of not only the Prime Minister of Armenia and the President of the United States, but also the President of Azerbaijan. But this isn't the whole story. The whole story is Armenia and the United States additionally, meaning myself and President Trump, signed a memorandum of intent about developing the Crossroads of Peace initiative, where we and the United States agreed that the project will be carried out in accordance with the principles of territorial integrity, sovereignty, inviolability of borders of the Republic of Armenia, and the United States are interested in making investments therein. Now this is the objective reality. The rest is subjective reality, and it's obvious, and I can say clearly that in the territory of the Republic of Armenia there cannot be simply any infrastructure called by the name that you used, but I cannot preclude that that name, due to objective and subjective circumstances, may be so, or has become so popular in Azerbaijan that Azerbaijan could name any infrastructure passing via its territory or the infrastructure that should join the Trump route. They could call it anything. They could give it any name, the name of any individual, but that has nothing to do with the sovereign territory of the Republic of Armenia, the agenda of the Republic of Armenia, the agreements achieved by the Republic of Armenia, moreover, the ones achieved in Washington. It has nothing to do with those. Nothing. Just like when they say there are different terms, and when people speak about the Caspian Sea, what do we understand? We understand that it is not really related to us. And independent of subjective perceptions, the terminology you referred to has nothing to do with the Republic of Armenia. And even if they swear that it is related to the Republic of Armenia, do not believe it, because swearing is subjective. This is the objective reality. And this is the paper that is published, and those who do not believe are free to read and reread it. Remark. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Just a brief clarification. That wasn't my term, it was the term used by the President of Azerbaijan. And let's note that our term is TRIPP. We're owners of our TRIPP. We're noting that we have a signed paper. And that paper, now, if, for instance, in Azerbaijan they speak about the Caspian Sea, the Lenkoran, they could use names, all types of names. And now they're speaking about the term Eastern Zangezur, they're using that term, etc. And I'm saying it's not like we need to understand what is a question for our agenda, what pertains to the Republic of Armenia, what doesn't pertain to the Republic of Armenia. I'm telling, I didn't mean that this is your term, that you came up with this term. I mean the term that you used about the Republic of Armenia or its sovereign territory or the agreements reached or the commitments undertaken. It didn't ever have to do with any of those. Moreover, now, it has nothing to do. Why moreover? Because of this. And the rest is lyrics, subjective reality, and that's a right and a privilege or fortune or misfortune that we all experience every once in a while. Thank you.